Hey guys, it's Josh Lloyd here for your NBA DraftKings first look for Thursday. We've got 6 games in the NBA. Before we get into them, hit the notification bell, and you'll always see this episode straight away. Hit the thumbs up and leave a comment down below as well. Helps the algorithm out. So go drop that over down below of this video. Let's talk about the 6 games for Thursday. First one, Dallas and Dallas and Detroit. Got my D's mixed up. Should I do it? Yeah.
Giggity!
There it is. Dallas and Detroit. Dallas is listing everyone as questionable. Doncic, Porzingis, Josh Richardson, Dorian Finney-Smith, JJ Redick, they're all questionable. They are in the middle of a 5-game week. They played, all those guys played on the back-to-back except for Richardson and Porzingis. That was Monday, Tuesday. They got another back-to-back coming up over the weekend. I would expect some of these guys to sit out. I expect Doncic to miss one of these next 3. Whether it's this one or not remains to be seen. But the Pistons are resting everybody. Jeremy Grant, Corey Joseph, Mason Plumlee, Wayne Ellington, they're all out. So I think there's an opportunity for a lot of Mavericks to rest. So we do want to pay attention to those guys that might get an increased role. Players like Willie Cauley-Stein, Trey Burke, Jalen Brunson in the situation where Luka Doncic is out. Said Trey Burke already. Timmy Hardaway. Maybe even a Josh Green gets an extended look. But we're just so many unknowns with how that Mavericks lineup looks. It is really tough. Now, we have more certainty with the Pistons because we know who's out. We know that Grant's out. We know that Joseph's out. So Isaiah Stewart's going to start. Killian Hayes is going to start. Josh Jackson's playing. He's going to have a huge role. And at 5,800, I do really like Josh Jackson here, which is not something I always say, but I do like Jackson there. I think Sekou Doumbouya could start in place of Jeremy Grant. Now, he's been pretty useless most of the times he started, but he's literally a base salary player, minimum salary guy. And there is some value in that. Isaiah Stewart at 6,000, that looks really strong to me. I think you can have a 50-point game here, let's be fair. While Killian Hayes at 4,400 also comes in pretty strong when he should be getting 30-plus minutes. And I think Frank Jackson at 3,500. Now, Jackson's got a very shallow game. He doesn't do anything apart from score, but at 3,500, he could easily drop 20 DraftKings points just from scoring alone. Sadiq Bey's at 4,900. He's at least worth a look, I think, at that price. While I am very skeptical about how much Luka Doncic actually plays in this one, I'd be fired up about Brunson at 4,500, and I would fire up about Willie Cauley-Stein at 34 if we do get those absences. But with the 5 guys that are questionable at the moment, there is so much that can change with this Mavericks squad at this point. The next game we take a look at, we've got the Brooklyn Nets. They are taking on the Indiana Pacers. In Indiana, we know that Domantas Sabonis and Miles Turner are out. We do not know whether Goga Bitadze is going to play or Jeremy Lamb. They are both questionable. If Goga doesn't play, it really boosts that value of Jakar Sampson and most importantly, O'Shea Brissett. But if Goga and Lamb do play, I think it does have somewhat of an impact on where Brissett's value is. Now, Goga's at 4,000, and if he plays, I like that quite a lot at that sort of salary. And then Durant's at 8,500, which looks awesome on the other side of things. Really think that's a strong option. Kyrie's at 96. Didn't play particularly well in the last game, but there is a real opportunity for a big blowout here. And then Karis LeVert at 8,000. He's going to have to carry a lot on this squad. I'm not 100% convinced on him at 8,000. I do like Brissett at 5,300. My likability for that would increase a lot if we do have Goga out, but I do like him there. While Sumner's at 44, he's probably more of a GPP option than anything. He is averaging 26 over the last 3, though, which includes the last game stinker. Brogdon at 9,000 feels like it's too high, but Jeff Green at 48, I reckon it feels about right. With no Sabonis, with no Turner, I think they'll go with Green at center once more, and he should be able to get 25 points. He should be able to get 30 points, some pretty decent value. And also Blake Griffin at 4,900, who is averaging 30 himself over the last 3. So there is some value in some maybe perhaps maligned veterans who could get an opportunity. If I want to talk about Dallas maybe being a little bit weird in terms of how the lineups are going to go, I am really worried about what to predict out of this Bucks-Rockets game. The Bucks have shown absolutely no hesitation in saying we are sitting everybody through fake injuries. And when you've got a matchup going up against the Houston Rockets, as we head towards the end of the season, there's a real possibility that Yanni, Holiday, Middleton, DiVincenzo, Lopez, they all sit. It's a real possibility. And then we're getting Bobby Portis and Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Bryn Forbes and bloody Jeff Teague playing 30 minutes. I think that's a real chance. That's not confirmed at all, but it's a real chance. The Rockets have no Sterling Brown again, of course no John Wall, and Daniel House and Avery Bradley are questionable. Jay Sean Tate's at 6,100. I think there's a really strong floor play there for Tatey. He's going to put up, he's going to get a lot of minutes. We know that. And there is value in him going above that. Kevin Porter's at 7,000. He really shit the bed last game and he's been poor. He's averaging 26 over the last 5. 7,000's a lot. I don't hate it, but I'm also not going to be fully invested. Yanni at 11,000. Look, even if he plays 28 minutes, I think he can get 60 points against the Rockets, but we don't know if he's going to play at all. Well, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, I think they're pretty risky at their prices. I like Christian Wood at 8,200. The Crucifix has been playing much better, while Kelly Olynyk's dropping was 50 a night, and he's at 6,900. Why not? Why not fire up Kelly Olynyk with how well he's playing? I'm not against Kenyon Martin. He can have these big performances, but I'm not also fully invested. And we're just going to watch to see what the Bucks do, because some real value could open up in this scenario. The Golden State Warriors, they're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Warriors are getting back Kent Bazemore. He'll be back and he'll be starting. Kelly Oubre coming off the bench. That means Michael Mulder is going back to the bench as well. So we've got to look at Bazemore as a really good option in starters minutes. 3,900 is a really, really tasty salary for Kent. He had 52 the last time he played. Now, to be fair, he had 4 the game before that. But there's been a couple of 20s in there as well. And at under 4,000, absolutely totally fine with using him. 67 for D'Angelo Russell, I think looks pretty good, even though he'll come off the bench. And 10-3 for Steph, it's probably edging a little bit too high for me. I would much rather take the 10-1 of Karl Anthony Towns than 10-3 of Steph. Wiggins at 7,000 is all right, but I'd much rather Andrew Wiggins 2.0, which is unfair to Anthony Edwards. 7,400 for Edwards, I like that one for him. One show played really well last game. I don't trust it, but at 3,300, I think he's going to get minutes, and there is an ability for him to have big games occasionally. Him to have 2 big games in a row, I'd probably put some doubts on that, but he's shown us the last couple of games that he's been able to put up some okay numbers. The Warriors are 5.5 point favorites in that one, and the total is 234.5. The next game is the Toronto Raptors. They are taking on the Denver Nuggets on a back-to-back. The Nuggets on the back-to-back, not Toronto. Toronto's starting a 3 and 4 night stand. I wouldn't be surprised if Fred VanVleet is a late scratch in this one. He just doesn't seem right, but there's no inside word on that. Big Chungus Nikola Jokic at 10,900. I think he's going to have an absolute field day in this one going up against Kem Birch. I'm pretty interested to see what Jokic can do, even at that 10,900. Campazzo at 46. I like that for Campazzo, and I don't think that Paul Millsap plays in this game, and then Jermichael Green will probably take his spot. 3,300 for Green. There is a little bit of upside in him if we do expect him to get those minutes, which I absolutely do. 6,800 for OG Anunoby. Love what he's doing with his increased usage. While Siakam at 84, probably too high. I like Michael Porter at 8,300. I think he's got some real value there, while Aaron Gordon and PJ Dozier are probably just flyer types at this stage. Let's go on to the next game, which is the last game of the night. The New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is a back-to-back for New Orleans. They are favored by 9, and the total is 229.5. No word yet on if Lou Dort is going to be out or anything like that. I think he plays and then sits one of the back-to-backs. I like Ty Jerome here. 3,500 for Jerome. He's outplaying Teo Maledon at the moment. Some really good value there, averaging 25 over the last 3. And then Dort is at 6,500. With how much volume he's getting, I think it works. I think Isaiah Roby at 4,700 is also a pretty strong option. Zion's at 9.8, probably too high. Baisley at 6'3", I like what Baisley's doing at the moment. And then Ingram's at 86 also, probably just a little bit on the high side coming off the back-to-back. If you want a flyer type, we're looking at Pokusevski at 4,900. He's got that blocks, assists, rebounds, threes upside, which can quickly tally up, but then you can have those shit nights where no shots go in whatsoever. Eric Bledsoe's only of interest because of his low salary, while Moses Brown and Tony Bradley, pretty hard, I think, to get excited about those guys. Let's have a look right across the slate where the value is. Bazemore and Ty Jerome, I think it looks pretty good. Goga, if he plays, Isaiah Stewart, Jayshawn Tate, Nikola Jokic, D'Angelo Russell, Facu Campazzo, Durant, Dort, maybe Kevin Porter, Karl Anthony Towns, Isaiah Roby, OG Anunoby, maybe Andy Wiggins, perhaps Sekou Doumbouya, Josh Jackson, Frank Jackson, and then Michael Porter Jr. and Killian Hayes. Guys, that'll do it for me today. Again, on the way out, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe if you haven't done that. Drop a thumbs up and leave your comments down below. Good luck with your lineups. Oh, follow my channel as well. It's in the title. It's in the description. Josh Lloyd Fantasy Basketball. I'll see you over there, and I'll see you back tomorrow with another DraftKings First Look right here on this channel. Guys, we are done here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See ya.